So I'm gonna announce my voting. Running for president of the United States of America. I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time, but I just didn't get around to it. And then I just did my Jesus video, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna do the Jesus video. Let's do the I'm running for the president video too, right after. So yeah. So I'm gonna run for president. What year? I don't know. Probably in 20 years. How old am I? 40. So I think, what is it, 65 when people run for president? So I'll give myself 25 years. And when I'm 65 in 25 years, I'm going to run for president, you know? And if I don't make president, then I'll go for senator or Congress, and then I'll go for president every year. And then I'll try to keep my Senate and Congress, and then I'll go for president every year. See? Because the people who are the ones who run for president, like the real ones, you know, the hardcore ones, those are the ones who are the best. Like Ralph Nader. You know, he's a good guy. Fought for the little man. And he went year after year after year. He's serious, you know. Ron Paul, he's got a lot of sense. He ran year after year after year. You know, they're not people who, like, just run because they're the flavor. You know, and they're like, oh, yay me, I'm the flavor, I'm going to be president, you know what I mean? Like these ego-driven people, and then when they're not the flavor, they're like, not worth it, you know what I mean? Those people are less real, less worthy of being president, you know? It's the perennial seekers. And so, if you're going to be a proper perennial seeker of presidency, you need to start as early as you can. Not just start early as you can, like wanting to be president and doing things that people need, like traditionally need to do to be president. Like Bill Clinton, you know, was a Rhodes Scholar and always wanted to be president. But he lived in a time before YouTube, you know. Now, if there was a YouTube and if there were people saying, I'm going to be president, Bill Clinton probably would have been one of the first people to do that. So, you know, it's totally within the realm of the model of the future politician to claim that they're going to run for president early, and the earliest they go, the better, because it means that they are, you know, it proves that that's who they really are, you know, somebody who knew that that's what they were from the very beginning. And also to prove that, you know, to put the legwork in, get your foot in the door, you know what I mean? Get name recognition, get clout, and then you would identify yourself as that type of a person who has a political opinion about everything. Now, I don't give my political opinion about everything because I'm busy doing other things, but there are other things that are just as important to being president as giving your political opinion about everything to everybody, you know, because I feel like I have to, and I'm giving myself 25 years, but I have to play like catch up because I didn't get proper education. I need to, you know, or I didn't get started on my website for later. Maybe that's the best way to say it. But I need to build stuff on my website because the technology wasn't here, I guess, until so late. I feel like I need to get catch up. So I'm going to make a big educational website, which would serve as a good model to design government websites out of, which are jam-packed with information, with words. You want to have as much data available to you as possible. For example, if you go into the USDA website, you want to know how much money the government is spending on the USDA and on all of the different departments within it, and how much the taxpayers are subsidizing it, which taxes are subsidizing it, you know, from where most taxes are coming from to subsidize it, in which locations, and just smorgasbord of information, data, right there and jam-packed. And, you know, I haven't been on the websites for a while, a couple of years now, but last time, and I'm sure if I went there now, when I went there, there was no information, no information. It was like, I mean, I could show you right now, maybe, no, but, you go on and it's like, hey, introduce you to the, current leader who was appointed, and then, just superfluous stuff, just nothingness, and not the real juicy information, like how much are we subsidizing the beef industry, cattle industry? How much? Mystery. Yeah, so we need to get people in power who can change that. And anyways, being a president can do that kind of stuff. That's one of the things. But in order to know how to have it designed, you want to know you want to have a lot of practice, and that's the practice I'm getting now. I'm making educational websites. So I just made a page, all the audiobooks, the book of books. It's the chapters and titles and information about the book, how big they are and when they're published and who they're published by and all that stuff and where. Of all the historical books that you can get, that you can listen to auditorially for free. I haven't attached it to my website yet, but I'll do that. And then I have other websites, other educational websites, like my Power of 10, comparing different sizes of things. And then my history website. So make those. Oh yeah, no, but I also have like what I think about the First Amendment website, and I think some other amendments. So kind of like trying to build a blueprint of, like in my First Amendment page, I have all of the First Amendment cases, and there's a synopsis of it and my position on it, and I have a few videos on the First Amendment. So anyways, that kind of stuff. So that's basically the model of the future politician, is that you claim, that you want to do it, and then you come up with your plan. That's why I'm giving myself 25 years. That's how long it'll take me to come up with a plan. But you don't want to run until you have a plan for everything within the power of the president. You have like what I would do type of scenario and everything, and why, with a zillion whys after it. Also I have a cool idea about president, which people have complimented on YouTube, that I'd make it like a reality show, like have people follow me with a video camera and have it uploaded to YouTube and every single one of my meetings. And also transparentist. I'm inventing the new political party, the Transparentists. Every single correspondence that they do is transparent. so like all their emails and stuff. Didn't they do that with Sarah Palin? They got all their emails and stuff. No, but the Transparentist does it like on purpose and stuff. So, and gets it out there. So like when I build my history timeline up, and then I want to see if I can maybe get a grant from an educational foundation, I would like make a web page there on the website documenting who I approached, when, what I said, and then the back and forth. Would that be fascinating to watch? Oh, holy hell. See, that's the new level of entertainment. It's reality delving into the minds and consciousness, psychology and conversations of everybody, and all these people are like fighting against it. I want to stay anonymous. But then you hear people every once in a while like capitulating and saying, oh no, yeah, anonymity is dying, it'll be dead, So it's kind of like cassette tapes were dying and dead, and then they finally died out, Same thing with anonymity. It's just going to slowly die and be gone. And when we have our new world of the new politician, the least anonymous person is going to be the best politician, because the politician is going to want to be transparent, because you're in a fishbowl with all these people expecting you to be very non-anonymous. So the earlier you get started with that, the better off you're going to be as a politician. And what else? Yeah, so anyways, I don't have my political views up, but I was doing reality show news, and aspiring politicians should be news people also, a lot of like the Young Turks, they'd be great politicians because they have opinions on politics, and and they also talk about the news. So yeah, I had a news show too. I worked for a couple of months, and I'll try to get that kicked up. So that's something. So I've got that base covered, and what else? I'm a full-time career guy. Don't have a family. Don't have like a social life. Just work. And so that's how it'll be when I'm president. Which means, and you want a president who puts lots of hours into work. You know how they made fun of George Bush because he took so many vacations. You know, that's like one reason he wasn't the greatest president. You want a hard-working president. Oh, and that's how it'll be. I'm a workaholic. So, but yeah. So, anyways, when I get around to building my political scheme for the financial, like what my opinions on all of the. And also I'm a historian, and if you want to be a good politician, you want to be a historian as well, because political decisions, knowledge of history, aids in making good political decisions because you know what the outcome's going to be. You know, because every single thing that happens in our political world and social world, they're just things that have happened before in a different way. You know, that's life. It's stuff reinventing itself over and over. So you want to know the pattern. You know, you want to have a grasp. You want to be on mission about that. And so, and also I'm going to be a futurist. That's part of my history timeline is a future section. And I won't run for president until I'm done with my future section, which means I will be a futurist. I will be a prophet by the time I run. And prophets are the best kind of people to be leaders as well, because they're forced to paint a positive picture. And when you have to paint a positive picture for everybody, you're coming up with a battle plan of how you want the world to be, and you're telling everybody this is how it's going to be. That's what leaders are. They're people who envision a bright future and say, come along, this is where we're going. And the more descriptive you are and the brighter picture you paint, the better off politician you're going to be. And it's funny, I remember, and some of the bad politicians, the people with the bad political ideas like Glenn Beck, when they and Bill O'Reilly, when they write books, it's all of a evil bad future. Glenn Beck wrote a book of an apocalyptic future, and I think Bill O'Reilly, his position is America's in decline, all this kind of stuff. So when they envision the future, they envision a dark, like Ted Turner envisioned dark future. And that's why they do all these fear-based things and start wars. But when they run for president, they put that happy face on because they know that's what people want to hear. And they say, oh no, bright future, And then when they're in president, oh yeah, bright future. So it's like they're hypocritical. So, but anyways, so I'll be, but to be a prophet and to prove that you actually do preach of a bright future and you don't appear hypocritical, and you have one voice, to have it, in solidified on your website for everybody to look at, and then have YouTube videos talking about it. That's extra points as a politician. So I just laid down a whole bunch of qualities of a future politician and the reasons why I have those qualities, and so that's why I'm the most appropriate person to be the president of the United States in 25 years. So what day is it? 24, 34, 39, okay, let's say 40 or whatever. 39, 40-ish, 2039, 2040-ish. Unless the I just lost my train of thought. I'm really fucking high right now. I just remembered and then I lost it again. Unless the medical field is so damn good that I'm 65 and I'm still having fun, like mountain biking and stuff, or whatever. I had been doing that, and I'm just not, and I haven't completed my website and all my political ideas. Maybe I'll stretch that out to like 35 years or whatever. But, you don't have to, and then maybe once when I start getting rickety and physically can't do as much, that's when you start going full-time brain, where you're full-time just working. And you're exercising like yoga and swimming and stuff just to keep mentally healthy, because being physically healthy helps you be mentally healthy. And, but anyways, but no sooner than 25 years, dude, for sure. But yeah, that's me. That's me. And so now that I make my claim to fame, I now follow it up with year after year of, well, the same stuff that I've been doing for years and years. See, I got started 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. So, talking about my opinions about stuff. So I just continue on doing what I'm doing. And anyways, so that's me. So that's me making claim. And so if you want to be the president, you should make your claim on YouTube soon, early, because it's kind of like one of those, and then listing your reasons, because it stakes your peg in the ground, dude. It gives you that, that clout, that name recognition, because a president is a leader. You know what I mean? They have no boss. They're the boss. And so it's their responsibility to get their own name recognition out there by themselves as that job, as their job title, even though they're not a sitting elected member, because being a sitting and it's not all necessary to build your way up from like leadership positions in smaller scale, like city council, mayor, because then you'd be spending too much time on this petty stuff when you should be developing your philosophy about the more important stuff that a president would have the power to work on. That's the career path. It's the scholar, it's the self-educated scholar getting funneled into the presidency, or getting funneled into the Congress and then the presidency, but not having to follow the social ladder. Because that's not what it's about these days anyway. It's about ass kissing. It's about, like the Survivor TV series, alignments, enemies, following the party line, talking points, this kind of bullshit. No, we need the new politician is an individual and doesn't align themselves with any other group in order to get themselves ahead. I joined the church to be an upstanding community citizen so I can get jobs, get contracts. It's like, come on, dude. We have to make the proper political person in the future be an individual, because they're a leader and they're a beacon where other people look to try to become, try to emulate. And we need the little people to be individuals. So if you want to be somebody to make the little people want to emulate, then you be an individual. So then the little people try to become individuals and think for themselves and have their own opinions in a non-anonymous way. Because it's great to be anonymous on YouTube and stuff, but because it makes it so that you would say stuff that you normally wouldn't. But then you start saying shit that you wouldn't say if you weren't anonymous. And, you get sloppy and you start becoming rude and not thinking your thoughts through because you can get away with it because it doesn't matter anyway. See? But if you're not anonymous, you actually double think what you say and you stand by it, And so it creates more intelligent communicators, and that's what we need, more intelligent communicators, because even at the highest level of politics, they're not communicating intelligently. In the presidential debates, they were, Romney and Obama, the only two people in those presidential debates, were just accusing each other of being liars the whole time. No, that's not it. I didn't say that. No, that's wrong number. It's like, what? You shouldn't be arguing about that stuff. That should be common knowledge information that everybody knows. You should be talking about much deeper, more intelligent things than just he said, she said, you're a liar, you're fucking kidding me? And like in the commercials you see, how they accuse each other so viciously of doing illegal things. I mean, if those were true, if what they were accusing each other were doing were true, if both of them saying was the truth, then they're both crooks. They're all crooks. So let's have a new model of individuals who stand by what they say from the beginning in a non-anonymous way, so you can go back on the YouTube channel and actually replay something that they said, and and they have a reputation for not deleting their YouTube videos and stuff, and that's me. I've just described myself. That's why, alas, it is my responsibility to lay claim to presidency. But That's now. I mean, that's not to say that in 25 years maybe everybody's the proper model for president. Maybe I won't be by then. But I think that's I think the chances of that are pretty low. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, I'm going to run for president in the year 2040 to 2050-ish. And I'm going to work from now until then, and try to do more politically related videos. I'm just working so hard on my website now. Next year I'll do that. I'll get going on that pretty soon. Okay, peace out.